Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first fall makeup look of the season. I am so excited to be filming this video today. I absolutely love the fall, as I'm sure many of you guys do, but I love colors that come with fall makeup, and most of all, I love the cooler weather. Me and summer just do not go well together. I do not like the heat at all, and I just really appreciate cooler weather so my makeup feels comfortable on the skin, so I'm not sweating off my face and my makeup lasts all day long. I love fall makeup. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you a fall makeup look that's pretty typical of me to throw on this time of year. I love playing around with warm tones, glitters, lots of matte shades, orange, and more warm tone kind of lips. And just to simplify this video and make doing my makeup even that more enjoyable, today I'm going to be using all of my favorite products, my all-time favorite makeup that I love using during the fall and all year round. Just a couple of these are more like fall tones that I can't wait to pull out every single year. So I really hope that you guys enjoy seeing this video. Definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you are excited for fall, and if you want to see more fall makeup looks here on my channel, definitely let me know. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and jump on into it. Getting started for my fall makeup today, I'm going to use the ABH and Jaclyn palette. This has so many different colors in it. I loved using this in the summer. So I'm going to start off with the shade Ginger in the palette, which is this kind of browny, pumpkin-y undertone shade. And I'm going to start by really just fluffing this all over the transition area and just kind of fluffing it all over the eye. I know I personally tend to use a lot of warm tones all year round, but I just find that the fall is the perfect time to really emphasize them and make them even more intense and more orangey. There's just something about warm tones that make me so happy. I feel like they are so complementary on my skin tone, and I just absolutely love playing around with them. So I like to emphasize them a lot. Once the fall time comes around and sweater weather comes around, I'm officially wearing my first sweater of the season, although I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is hot in here in front of these studio lights, but nonetheless, I still love sweater weather. Now that I have ginger applied, I'm going to go in with the shade Edges, which is a little bit more of a warmer tone. This one has way more of a reddish orange undertone compared to ginger. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of fluff and blend this all over my lid. I don't want this look to be too precise or too structured, but I do want to get some of that two-toned look in there. So I'm just fluffing that warm Edges shade all over the lid. I'm going to move on to the face now. I will come back to the eyes in a little while to add some glitter and mascara, but as for actual powder eyeshadow until we get to the under eye, this is really all I'm going to do. I just love the simple look of the warm browns on the eyes, and as I said, this is more of like an everyday look, very typical of something I will throw on in the fall time. So now moving on to the base, when the fall weather comes and it gets even cooler out, I'd like to emphasize that dewy, hydrated skin that I love even more. Long story short, I just like to make sure my skin is hydrated. So I'm gonna go in with some of my tried and true MAC Fix Plus. This one in particular is the watermelon scent. It was like a limited edition one. My favorite product ever to give me extreme hydration underneath my makeup, but also allowing my makeup to last a long time at the same time, and it won't let the makeup slide off or anything like that, is the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. This is their hydrating serum. It is a water-based serum infused with rose water and green tea extract. Amazing product, such a hidden gem from the drugstore. This product is so underrated from the drugstore. It is one of my favorite products ever to put under my makeup because it has this way of making the skin so hydrated, so incredibly dewy, really just plump feeling, but then it kind of dries down to have a little bit of a sticky finish, and it makes your makeup last so much longer, and foundation goes on so smoothly on top. I find that it's kind of always iffy to find a product that's hydrating yet still grips on your makeup, because sometimes overly hydrating products make your makeup slide off, but this is like the best of both worlds for me, and I even was using this in the summer. Definitely in the summer, my skin would get a little bit greasy throughout the day, with this, but this is going to be perfect in the fall and winter months. I told you guys I like to really build up the face product even in the cooler months as well. So lastly, my all-time favorite primer is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm just going to go in with just a little teeny tiny bit of this, just right on the center of the face where I have the most pores and the most texture, just to even out that area. But since we already put on the hydrating primer, there's no need for this all over the face, just in the very center. For foundation today, I think I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. It's been a minute since I've talked about this on my channel just because it's not ideal for me in the summer. But now that we are back into fall, you guys already know I'm going to use this. I have this in the shade 210N, which I don't know how the shade is going to be on me right now. For being a neutral shade, I always say that 210N was always a little bit yellow, but I'm going to see how this shade is looking on me because I might still have a little bit of a tan, but I'm just going to go ahead and see how this is matching me. Might be a little tiny bit light, but I think I'm still going to go with it because I love the finish of this foundation for a fall glam. It seems to match my neck pretty nicely. It might be pulling a little bit lighter on camera than it is in person just because I did just get a new light on this side of my face and it's a lot brighter than this light. That's why if in my past few videos the lighting might be a little bit uneven, but I'm waiting for new lighting to come in the mail and only one piece of it came so far. So my lighting isn't perfect right now, but I'm trying to make it work. So if it looks a little bit uneven, like between the halves of my face, that is why. But I think this is going to be a good shade for me. If I'm not mistaken, I did purchase this last September, I believe, when I already did have a little bit of a tan. Wow, my skin is so luminous today. I did lots of layers of hydration and it's looking and feeling really great. To conceal my under eye, I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorites, Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer. Now, I know you're like, wow, you're not using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is essentially the same thing. I do have a whole dupes video up on my channel, but the e.l.f. concealer is seriously, oh my god, my face itches so bad. That's the worst feeling when you already put on your foundation. Anyway, I was saying that I do have a whole dupes video up on my channel if you want to see the e.l.f. and the Too Faced side by side. I do a wear test and everything and compare the products, but they are seriously essentially the same concealer, so I kind of use them interchangeably. But for this video, I really wanted to use like more of my longtime favorite products, so I decided to pull out the Too Faced concealer today. So I have it in the shade Vanilla, which I just put down, and then I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of the shade Snow, which is my winter shade. Oh, also, do you guys like my nails? I did this French, but like a triangle tip. I think they came out so cool, and French is definitely different for me. I usually get a color, but I love the nude and white. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. When I'm blending out the concealer under my eye, now I'm going to take that time to kind of sharpen up the edge to make the eyeshadow look a little bit more neat on the eye, although I don't want it to look 100% intact, as I was saying earlier, but I just like to sharpen up that edge a little bit. Just like that. Before I go ahead and set the face with powder, I'm going to do a little bit of a cream contour. I like to implement a little bit more contour into my routine in the fall and winter, just for a little bit more of a structured look opposed to summertime makeup. I like it to look very free-flowing, bronzy, and sun-kissed. But I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Mega Glow makeup stick, which is one of my favorite cream contours, and it's very affordable from the drugstore. This is in the shade Call Me Maple. And I'm just going to draw it right on the cheekbone where I want to shape the face and hollow it out a little bit, and then also, of course, up on the temples and the sides of the face. I just started setting the face using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, which is one of my favorites, but I actually just ran out of this. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my Milani palette. palette powder, and this is the Make It Last powder in translucent, light to medium. I don't have a lot of this left either. I've been using a ton of translucent powder recently. The good thing about the fall and winter is that I get to use a little bit less powder on the skin. It seems like my Milani powder is completely empty as well. I did not realize that I was running so low on powder before I started filming this video. Just to kind of make sure I don't have any sticky parts on my face, I'm just going to quickly take a little bit of the ColourPop No Filter powder. I typically don't love this to set the face, but the only other powder that I have is the Halo Glow powder from e.l.f. and I just feel like I'm already going to be very, very luminous from everything that I used. I just went ahead and threw on my mascara. Today I'm using the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. I'm really trying to cycle through my mascaras the last few months, and I've already finished 2 of them, so this is the one that I'm on to now. Now I want to finish up the shadow before I move on to the face. So I'm going to take the same 2 brown shades, Ginger as well as Edges, and just smudge those underneath my eye, just for a very blown out look with the same colors going all around my eye. Lastly, for the eyes now, to give me a glam pop, I love some glitter during the fall time, so I'm going to take the e.l.f. liquid glitter shadow in the shade Flirty Birdie and pop some glitter on my inner corners. Ooh, I love that so much, you guys. When I do an all matte look, I like to do a little something just to amp it up a little bit, and adding glitter on the inner corner is a fun way to really kind of break up that all matte look and add a little contrast to the eye. And this particular glitter is only $5. It is more of a new find to me, a new favorite. I only recently tried this a few days ago, but it is one of my favorite liquid glitter formulas that I've ever tried. And of course, finishing off the eyes with some more of the Milani Highly Rated Mascara on my lower lash line. To bronze up the skin today, I'm going to use NARS Laguna bronzer, one of my favorite bronzers. It just has a really, really great undertone for my skin, and I love the, just again, a little bit more structured look opposed to sun-kissed look that it gives to my face for the fall. Adding some colors to my cheeks today with Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. This has been just my favorite blush to use on the daily recently. It's a beautiful deep nude, but I also think fall time is the perfect season for just more of that deep nudie blush. So I really like to pack on the blush during the fall time. And I think kind of that cold weather that makes your cheeks a little bit like pinkish red already, I kind of like to fake that look using a blush. And this Mellow Wine color by Wet n Wild is just perfect for that. And then to highlight my face, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Cosmetics Flash Highlighter Palette. I kind of just take a mixture of a couple of shades in here, but primarily I like to use this shade right here, which is Iced, and this shade right here called Mesmerized. Finishing up with the lips, I'm going to start off by lining with my favorite lip liner for the fall time, and that is LA Girl's Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Sugar and Spice. This shade is perfection for the fall. You guys will see it's just like the most perfect deep nude shade. I use this to line and fill my lips. Sometimes I would leave this here. This lip liner lasts all day long and it looks like a lipstick, but I don't know if you guys can see, my lips are a little bit dry right now and they're not looking the greatest just with the lip liner. So I think I am going to go for gloss today, and I'm going to top off the liner with House Labs lip gloss. This one is in the shade Corset. It's like a sheer peachy color, but it looks so nice on top of this lip liner. It almost like warms the lip liner up and makes it like a deep orangey shade for the fall. I All right, you guys, so here it is. Here is my first official fall makeup look of this season. I love how this look turned out so much. As much as I love testing new makeup for you guys and creating different looks on my channel, there's just nothing like coming back to my all-time favorite products and creating a look that is very in my comfort zone, a look that makes me feel pretty and glam and that I just love so much. I really love this look and I am so excited for more fall makeup to come and sweater weather and honestly just everything that comes with the fall season. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!